Oh.
Looks way different. Hey.
Hi, everyone.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Kate.
And this is Kate's first cameo in a very long time.
Yep.
We're trying to keep things even. You can never be ready.
Yeah.
But we try to be a little prepared, just a little bit. Kate will not be coming back to all this. Now that, you know what?
That's not
good.
I am, social media for me is every once in a while. I am.
Don't look at me. That's my point. You do you.
I'm not very big into social media. Before I met Jimmy, I hardly ever used it. And then I got into it a little bit with him, and then it wasn't really for me. So.
It wasn't for me either. I found out through our relationship and through our relationship on screen that social media isn't for me either. Caitlin's choosing to back out of it, and that's her prerogative, and I actually support that fully because it makes our life way easier. Hi, Sam and Joey. It gives us an opportunity to focus on our real life. And then on my side, as you all know, I've been working at this for about 5 years, and that's half of making a success of it, according to just the average. So for me, I'm not quitting as a career. I have learned a lot more boundaries, socially, emotionally, psychologically, to be able to do this in a much healthier way. And that's good. And also, I wanted to plan this cameo. And I do mean plan. I don't, not script or anything. That's the best part. That's the best part, guys. Is I have never been scripted, and you will not get me scripted. It's just not going to happen. Now, let me say this. Once things get better, anything but live I will probably script. But to get me, I got to be making a lot of money for somebody to convince me to script myself on live stream. For two reasons. Number one is I like having to go out and challenge myself like this. And then two, I care about you. And I know that most social media out there, Jennifer, welcome on. I know that most social media out there is not very transparent. And I try to keep things as transparent as possible. I have learned that for the sake of my family here, and the sake of our life, is there has to be at least a little bit of, social media antics. You know what I'm saying? Like some things that are going to be set up and some things that aren't. This is one that is not. It is one that I did try to prepare Kate a little bit for, so that she was emotionally ready to come back and talk to you guys. But this is something where, as long as our space and our privacy is respected, Kate's here to do whatever you want to do or not want to do. And that was kind of the point, is we didn't want it completely prepared. But, I let her know that more than likely you guys are going to have some questions. And, the rest is up to you to say. And I'm not even trying to talk for you right now.
I know.
But you're mad at me.
No.
Yes, you are. It's okay. It's okay for them to know that too. It's okay that you're mad at me. I'm overdoing it. Stepping back.
Okay.
That's the most I can do, though. Whatever comes next has to be up to you. And you take that step, or they'll take it. And it's okay if they do too. If you're not, right? Whatever you're feeling. It's cool.
I'm good. I'm quiet. That's me. Yep.
I presented the idea of Caitlin doing a cameo today with you to help articulate that, Caitlin's appearance on screen with me over the past 2 years was, let's call it an elongated cameo. Maybe an experience during a gap year that might last a little longer, which is cool, which is all good. That's for you.
You're beautiful. I'm excited for this.
Will you take the chair?
What? Yeah, sure.
Where's your comfort zone?
I'm okay.
No, what do you want? I didn't ask you where your comfort zone is. I'm asking, what do you want?
I mean, I'd like to share.
That's awesome. Then we're on the same page. And see, I've learned to be very direct, because if I'm not direct, then I don't get an answer, and then I end up screwing it up. So I'd rather be rude if that's because I'm still learning these things. I'm working on that. But you can ask Kate how I'm doing. Between you and her.
Okay.
Are you comfortable? You want me on screen with you? Okay. It's cool.
Do.
Hey, whoa, it's cool.
Okay.
I'm getting it. I'm learning. You guys see me being a little fake. It's because I'm used to just being us. Man.
This new chapter. Okay.
Oh, very new chapter. Yeah. For both of us.
Yes.
Everything
it's
was.
Good. What did you say?
What I have to say is not that important right now. You're the guest.
Okay. So yeah, I'm doing good. Doing a lot better. I'm a lot more. I'm learning how to just be okay. So.
Y'all are learning. They're learning what works with you. I am too. Very much. Now, where do you want me? As long as you're comfortable talking about that on live stream.
Yeah.
Or what's
You.
we don't have a plan here.
Either like standing.
That's part of the plan. Not having a plan is part of the plan.
Like standing.
I'm looking that you're as
sitting,
comfortable as possible. That's what I'm looking for.
Sure. Just you can sit.
I know I can do anything I want. I'm asking you, what do you want? Where do you want me?
Will you sit? That's where I want you. Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay.
Oh, I've got you all day. They're on a limited time schedule right now.
Okay. Yeah. I'm doing well. Let's see, what can I talk about? Flowers. I like flowers. The other day I walked by and I saw that it wasn't quite a flower, but it was like a little insect mushroom.
Oh, no, it's okay. Here's what I think could be a smart way to do it. You do the talking.
Okay.
I will vet the comments. And then whatever is a go, I'll be like, hey, there you go. Because we don't have a moderator. We don't have any of that.
Okay.
Oh, that's Grace. 99% of the time you'll be all right.
Okay.
It depends on who it is, not always what's said.
Okay. So yeah, but I saw this, it looked like lettuce or cabbage, and so it was like a leafy bunch, and then it was green on the outside, but then it was purple on the inside, and that made me super happy. I was like,
I'm having anxiety. Do you mind if I go clean up?
yeah, no, you're good.
You're comfortable?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go clean up.
Grace, I 100% relate to you. I know it's hard to step out of your comfort zone, but don't be afraid to show your true colors just because something that might have happened in the past. Yeah. Thank you, Grace. Okay. So, yeah. Like I said, I like flowers.
And it's totally cool. If you have a million ums and all that, you know how I was anal retentive?
Yeah.
No, I was trying to get you where I was as quickly as I thought I was getting there, and I wasn't getting there that quick either.
Okay.
And now it's different. You got a different role. There's not nearly as that pressure. You don't have to have it. That pressure comes onto me. Think about it. When the broadcast ends, it is my name on that. It's not your problem.
Yeah.
So no pressure, or at least as little as possible. Especially with this audience, you got a lot of people that are very patient.
Okay.
Look how patient they're being with me after. So how patient you think they'll be with you? 10 times as much.
Yeah. So I really like I said, I like flowers, and I don't know. One day I want to make like a either, I don't know, like one day I want to have like a garden and like have it so that I plan it out so that all throughout every season there's always green in the garden, and like always having evergreens and all sorts of things so that each season has a different unique beauty to it. So that's it. That's what I'm into. Because one time I read about, I was reading a book, and I don't know if this is a real thing or not, but it was about crops that grow in the wintertime. I had never heard of that before I read that book. It was a Cinderella book, actually. But,
and what crops do grow in the wintertime?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Ask them, maybe. Do you guys know what crops grow in the wintertime? It was like a magical fairy tale book, so I don't think the crops were actual real crops. That's why I don't know. I just thought that was cool.
Do you mind if I take a look at the comments?
Sure.
Okay. Oh wait, you know what? Oh, it's hard to hear. It's because of the case. That should help. You have grown so much. It's so it's not weird. It's wonderful. It's great. You're great. It's seeing you on camera now as compared to before. Where I was mentally. Now I'm like, whoa. You are a whoa man. I've also become a bit of a dork. That's okay. What do I got? CJ, what's up? And thanks for letting me know about the volume, CJ. Grace says, 100%. This is your comment.
I read that comment.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, the rest is Grace there. You're good? Mm-hmm. Okay, how's the volume, everyone? CJ, how are we doing in volume? I'm trying to put it somewhere where it doesn't block it. Do you want coffee?
Sure.
Okay.
You should look into getting a job at the flower department in a Conger or a florist. That would be cool. That'd be cool.
I could totally see you being a florist. I could.
I'd actually probably really like that.
Your attention to detail.
It's a good starting place. Yeah. Grace says so much better. CJ says better, much better. Great.
What do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about?
Yeah, you start talking about it. So they'll be cool with that. You're entertaining no matter how it goes. So.
I'll probably just talk about flowers or something. I remember I used to, I didn't work in the garden center, but...
Share what you want to share. Don't feel like you have to.
I know. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. It can be real hard to get trapped in that. It's just feeling like you have to. Katie, right now, can I give my opinion? Mm-hmm. See Grace there, the way she's talking to you? Let her be a sounding board. What that means is, know that you have a touch point, a trust point, okay? She's been following me for a little bit. She's been pretty nice and pretty normal.
Okay.
I mean, just like a regular person just following, okay? And I don't really talk to her or anything. That's normal. Now she's talking to you, calling you beautiful, saying the positive things. She's also not a jerk. I do know how to tell the difference at this point. I'm telling you, it's a touch point. So you know you have another female in the chat.
Okay.
A little empowerment. A little something. Look at what it does to you out there. Let it do that here. That's my viewpoint.
Okay.
Am I overstepping boundaries right now?
No.
Is this helpful?
Yes.
Bye. I'll get you back.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You want to water it down?
Yeah.
Okay. There is no pressure here. Don't, the heightened part, you got used to that. No, this is even. I'm telling you everything. Look at how many people are in here. Right? We got 6 people.
I wasn't even looking at the number.
I said people are just chilling. Everybody's just chilling. It's a Saturday afternoon. we're all just hanging out. Regular hangout, good little get together.
Grace says, I'm only here to bring positivity. Cool. Yeah, I like flowers, and I would.
That's about one full of coffee.
Thank you. So, yeah. So I really like flowers, and the different. I don't know too much about them, but I like how, I like the colors and certain arrangements. I've gotten interested in how different things grow together. I don't, like I said, I haven't researched it too much, but I'm interested about how there's certain, like, as I've heard that if you grow spicy stuff with other vegetables, then the other vegetables will end up being spicy. That's what I've heard. So I'm interested, like, if I grow sweet things next to vegetables that are normally not so sweet, will they be sweeter? That'd be, I don't know, I think that'd be cool.
Okay, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Will you talk to them like you talk to me? In the regular ways? Because I'm very excited to hear more about this.
Okay.
I haven't had an opportunity to learn about this from you, to learn about this part of you. And it's okay that you're opening up to them first. I've gotten over that part. I was in a rough place. Rough place. Very excited to learn more about you. Okay. If it means in front of them, I do not care. That's whatever. At this point, it's getting to know you.
Okay.
I'd love to hear more about this and about, in detail, your heart. As long as you're comfortable with them knowing that piece of you. Which I don't think that anyone's going to leverage that you like flowers. I think you'll be okay. That's my viewpoint.
Do you want me to move?
I am not looking for anything except to know more about you.
Okay.
Everything else looks like it's perfect. Perfect, subjectively speaking. So I'm glad you're happy, and everybody seems to be happy. That makes me happy.
Okay. Breeding plants is such an amazing process. I grew up in Kentucky, so I know lots about crops. Not a lot about flowers, though. Cool. That's pretty neat. I don't know too much about growing crops. All I know is the tomatoes can be tricky, but if you have a plant that you've got to grow 1 year, as long as there's good weather, it's gonna keep coming back. That's for I don't know if that's true for all tomato plants, but growing up, we had a small garden, and we didn't really do much to it. We just kind of let it overgrow, and the tomato plants came back every year. So I don't know. I've heard that tomato plants are hard, but those tomato plants, they came back every year. Hi. So yeah, tomato plants don't intimidate me. Probably because I haven't grown them from scratch or anything. Otherwise, I'd probably be like, Strawberries. I've heard strawberries are difficult, but I would love to grow strawberries. That'd be really cool. Yeah. Oh, I think that'd be awesome. Just grow little strawberries. I was thinking I could put little strawberries, and they could be in, I know this is probably typical, but in a little white, planter. Probably right under a window. Little strawberries. Little white flowers in the springtime, and then come summertime, and you got yeah. So.
We could do that in the van. I'm serious.
Cool.
We could. May I?
Yeah.
Could, by all technicalities, grow plants on top of the van with a little plastic dome or something that when we're driving we can seal over. Just a creative idea. We can have plants that are growing. Could we grow a vine down the side of the van?
If we put a protective covering over it or something, so.
It's worth exploring to me. That could be really cool. Imagine pulling up to the beach with strawberries growing down the side of the van.
That would be awesome.
Hi everyone, or whoever's coming in new, and thank you to everyone
Grace says, it's weird because I always think it's weird when people say plants like when you talk to them, but I'm beginning to think that plants grow better with love. I think, yeah.
We all grow better with love, no matter what plant or animal it is. Love is helpful.
Yeah. I think...
Thank you for loving the hell out of me. That's all I had to say.
And Kit says, great. Grace signs, that sounds epic. And Kit says, great. I hope I'm saying your name right.
I'm Kit and Kit. Yeah, just ask him. Ask him what country he's from, because he's from, I don't know where. He's from a foreign country.
Where are you from? We would like to know. Okay. Shauna says, Kate, you look beautiful. Thank you. Hope all is well with you guys. We're doing pretty good.
Look at how nice her shirt is. She looks so good. Can I show you? I'd show you off. You know what, guys? You guys know how it is. I'm working on it. I love you very much. I also want to make sure that our personal life in that piece doesn't belong to anyone else. At the same time, I want them to know how beautiful you are and see a little bit of help. I mean, look at her. Caitlin is like, she's my everything. And I'm very, very grateful. And I pray for every one of you out there, any guys out there, or, depending on wherever you swing, that you find love like we have, because you deserve it. And it just happens. It's something that we didn't plan for. And there was a whole lot of strife and struggle, and you could find that on the internet. But in parts, God, the internet, people, our marriage was saved. Not only was our marriage saved, Kate would have been fine either way. My life was saved. Because I was moving in a direction that I would have been financially successful, but I would not have had anything else. Anything. And I would have been a very miserable person. And if that means that this platform and how things are only grows to half of... Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my life. I want to share this. You look horrified that I'm sharing this.
No. I'm just trying to be neutral. Because it's not it's you. No.
You're a part of it, though. It's okay. You're part of my life. Whatever God calls for, you also see my ambitions. I have my ambitions. I've also come to see, like my mom died earlier. My foster mom died earlier this year. It changed everything. A lot of people were expecting me to be angry and to react negatively, but what actually happened was it made me realize that I have Kate, and Kate reminds me so much of my foster mom. Once she finally revealed herself and she began to open up to me, she reminds me a lot of my foster mom. And I've come to recognize a lot of where things had gone poorly back then, both from my angle and other angles, really what had gone on and how it was. And I really didn't cut her enough slack. I wasn't mature enough, and I haven't had enough life experience to understand what she'd been through. And now getting to know Kate, it's opened me up so much and opened my heart to that compassion. And I definitely had a whole lot that was no good inside me. And you guys, in ways that you may or may not have meant to, loved it out of me. When you knew that I was not being who I really am, and I was also going down a path that was super detrimental to being able to bring something to the world. Thanks for showing me that I didn't know who I was. Because thanks to a lot of you, and even the poor ways that you treated me, some of you, I thank you to the people who treated me well and were patient with me until I, came out of my funk. And to those of you who did treat me poorly with love, I wanted to push away your positive intentions because they didn't match my goals. but I wasn't taking into account the goals and the plans that God has for my life, or plans that other people may have for my life that can be even healthier for me than the ones that I had on my own. Life is community. I've taken things back a little bit, and I've definitely become much more private. At the same time, whenever you have an opinion, whenever you have a viewpoint, it does come into my decisions. So know that my DMs are always open, and I'm very grateful for the things that the universe and you shuts me up when I've said too much, or when I've said just enough and it's time to shush. Thank you. All that, it was just for the story. It was for Instagram story. It's cool. Hey, oh yeah, there we go. It is prime time. Do me a favor and share this to your Instagram story. Just a screenshot and share out, or however else you're able to share an Instagram live. It mean a lot. Or just even one friend, if there's somebody sitting next to you, even if you're on a bus or a train or a plane, make a friend. And let them know about our broadcast. Thank you.
Okay. And no, that's not what I want to do. Okay. And Kit says India.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to send him a DM.
He says love from India.
Sweet. India. That's somewhere I want to go desperately. After we met you know who? Wisdom.
Yeah.
The answer to peace. They have so much peace. I want more peace. My feet need peace.
Oh. Grace, I'm from Kentucky, but I moved to Virginia about a year ago. I also travel all the time. That's cool.
What? Grace is someone you definitely talk to a little bit. And there's certain relatable factors. You kind of just can see it on somebody's face. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Good positive.
Okay. How are you liking Virginia? No. My nails are super long, so I'm trying not to scratch the screen.
I think it's not going to scratch the screen.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Grace says, you're a good boy, Jim. We all have our struggles.
Yeah, I'm still a boy. I'm 26. I just want to grow up. I always wanted to grow up. I'm starting to not want to anymore. I'm starting to be like, wait a second. But I need to be a man for this woman.
Okay. Hi, everyone that's coming on. Grace says, it brings me so much happiness to see this growth. I'm so proud of what I'm seeing.
Thanks for being a part of it.
Okay. And Sophia says, we are all proud. And then Kate says, how long have you guys been married?
You can answer that one. I already know you can, and I think it's very important that you do, because I've had 1,000 definitions, and it does come down to where you find home in your heart. That's going to be, and whatever you have to say here, it really is going to define where I take it next.
Okay.
Don't think about me nearly as much as you think about how you feel, how long we've been married. That's where the commitment begins.
Okay.
Where our commitment begins is where you have decided that, and where we get married in the church and all that. That's us. That's our relationship. They're asking, how long have we been married? You know, spiritually speaking.
Let me see. Let me think.
You're not going to hurt my feelings. Look at me. There is no way to hurt my feelings here. I'm married to you, period.
I know. I'm thinking about how long it's away.
Okay.
2019. is like a year and 3/4. So. Okay.
We are putting a little bit of a show on for you guys, but I'll tell you when the screen's off, it's even better. So you're actually getting the watered down version. Life has gotten very good very quick. Things are a bit spooky. We're working things out. We got our own fears.
Yeah.
We're also making sure to give you the best we have.
Kate says you look happy. I'm okay. I'm okay. Grace.
To give you.
I'm actually not a fan of Virginia. I've become a big city girl. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Well. So did you grow up in a city and what you say you become a big city girl? Okay. Well, if you're a big city girl, what city do you want to move to? Okay. Hello.
It's okay that if it's about you, you're the guest.
I know. I just saw a username and recognized, so I was like, hi.
What's up, buddy? Brother.
Sophia, that smile on your face is making me smile. I'm glad.
What do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about?
That's what we all want to hear. I said we all.
Huh?
I said that's what we all want to hear.
I'm thinking about that van with the strawberries on the side.
Oh, let's get back into that.
I'm thinking about how we accomplish that.
Let's talk about it.
Sophia says, "Oh, adorable." Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
I want to dream with you. Let's dream about it.
Okay.
So that's where it starts.
Okay.
Is that really what you want?
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool. So like, okay, so if we
I'm on board with what you want. When you're happy, I am happy. Yes. Happy wife, happy life. That's what they say. I'm learning my lesson very quickly. Or slow, whichever you prefer to say.
Grace says create a planter's box on top of the van. Yeah, I think that's what Jimmy was talking about.
That'd be wicked cool.
What are you gonna say?
Okay. She's the teacher. Lesson learned. Okay. Such is the life. That's okay. You love me? You okay?
Yeah.
You can let your nerves down. Remain confident. It is our life. It is ours. They respect that. They do. Katie, the only time that they disrespect our life is when we're disrespecting our own. They want to see better for us. Even the ones that don't like us. Or, like, think of it this way. The only people that don't like us are people who want to see better for us, but don't know how to communicate that. And that's called not liking us. Katie, by nature, we all care about each other, even when we think we don't. It is human nature to be communal and to care. You can't fight the nature, but the way it's communicated can change based on trauma that we've been through and the way that the perception is in front of us. That van that I showed you, finding a way with maybe a blowtorch, or I don't know, whatever can get the coloring off of it. Is there a way to make it transparent? That's my experiment. That's my thought. Way to make it transparent that we can put that topper on it and be able to put some sort of a like holes in the top, but then have an aerodynamic something that covers the holes so that when we are driving, it doesn't mess with the strawberries or whatever plants we decide to put on top of the van. And then it's getting air, it's getting sunlight, and then we can take the top off when we're chilling and it's not raining, something like that. Is this an idea that you legitimately want?
Yeah, I'm really interested in it.
Okay, now here's the thing. This is in respect to them. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's in respect to them as well. Is that there are ideas and there's plans, right? And as we're learning how to respect the audience more, it is making sure that they know the difference between interests and plans, right? And now in our real life, we have like 3 different directions we're considering. It's important that they understand that right now it's an idea.
Yes. It's just an idea.
Right? Because we dream
brainstorming.
Deep. Brainstorming. And we dream deep. And we don't want them to think that that's the path of our content right now. Since we're working out the details of where we're at.
I'm just dreaming.
Oh no, it could be a plan. It could become a plan. Just stay open to the options there. I'm just getting the volume.
Okay. By the way, I'm excited. I haven't seen it, but I saw a commercial around Christmas time for, apparently there's on Disney Plus, which I don't have right now, but Mulan on Disney Plus now is like, you don't have to pay like $30 to see it, so I'm like, Arr! And then also there's a new movie called Godmothered, and that looks good. I'm interested to see that. So anyway, let's catch up on comments. Okay.
And we can shut down anytime you want to. It appears as though you're really enjoying yourself.
I am.
You deserve the attention. I haven't been able to give it to you. As long as you want to continue, I'm going to say this in a way that I hope I don't sound like too much of a jerk, but at the same time sound responsible for my platform. Thank you for being very, very respectful, and to me, and to them, and to yourself. And when I'm doing my best to say this well. I'm saying thank you for respecting my space, respecting my audience, and also finding who you are all on the same time. And while things are small, seeing where you're at, as long as you want to, and it does have to do with you. I'm not putting you on the spot. You don't owe them anything, and they know that. I'm open to more of this because I see what it's doing for you.
Small doses for me.
That's
Small
right.
doses.
What I mean by that, there's no pressure or expectation. That's the point. It's me making sure that you know that it's an open invitation, that you can put it on your mental plate if you want to come back and cameo again, that you know that the door is open as you continue to feel more comfortable. Caitlin, it is your life. There is no pressure to take it in any direction you do or do not want to. That is something totally separate from me. I'm not giving an invitation, which is actually an expectation. I'm not making an expectation that I'm calling an invitation. It's an invitation that you can turn down, and you need to understand that you can turn it down, and that it doesn't insult me. It's a compliment regardless, because we're in a marriage. Regardless, it's a compliment.
Okay.
You're in my life. We're cool. It mostly has to do with you, your comfort zone, and what you want. But because it does belong to me, I'm verbalizing that you are welcome into this part of my life at times when you feel that you want that, and know that there's also proper compensation involved, but that's not incentivization, because to become one, and what's mine is already yours. So, but at the same time, when all that comes into play, that belongs to you. Period. So does this. When I clip this and put it on YouTube, we talked about that.
Yeah.
So that's appropriate. I'm done. I'm not trying to make a deal. I'm letting you know that the door is open because I see what it's doing for you, and it's also doing something for us too.
Okay.
And it does a lot for me to see how much it's doing for you when I don't have the ability to provide what you're asking for right now. And you are getting it from them, which is totally fine. That's called community.
Okay.
It's cool. I don't have 14 explanations here. It's just, I just said what I said, and that's what I mean, and that's really where it is.
Okay.
That's right. Lots and lots of deep breaths.
Okay.
No decisions have to be made. At present. Nor do I have a time frame on that, because I'll be live streaming possibly for the rest of my life. So whenever you want to, you'll be in bed next to me. Whenever. It's all good.
Okay. Grace, is Charleston where you want to start your family? Charleston is where we're at for right now.
Well, now she asked the question. You don't have to answer it directly. Just understand that, I'm messing up here. I'm learning. Lessons learned. That was super controlling. This is why I want to do the cameo. I'm seeing I have to be in a good mindset and go through the experience again to be able to recognize where I went wrong, and while I have my head on straight, I can see where I'm going wrong. That's what it takes. And then it also gives them a chance to see the lessons are being learned. I'm sorry. Done. I'm out. I need space. That's what I need. Are you comfortable if I take a walk?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm at the point where I do need that, because that I was the center of attention in the center of this for a very long time. You are a guest. At the same time, I'm very selfish. I'm learning to share. You are learning to share.
Yeah.
Out here. I'm learning to share in here. So, bye-bye. Is this really okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to grab a key, and you do not need to be afraid, because we are being respectful to one another. Things are going well, and people were mostly stepping in because they felt they could help. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that way anymore because they see that things are well. That's what really mattered to them. We couldn't find out until we were doing better. And before you, I wasn't okay enough to find that out either. But now that we're not dealing with that, that's why. So there's going to be a weirdo here and there, but for the most part, we're good.
Okay.
And most part means like 95%, which is a high number. Comfort zones? I have to know that you're okay for me to actually walk away. I think I'm the one that's not. Yeah, you're good. Good. Okay, cool.
I just needed the hug for my anxiety. Now
I think
I'm
I
okay.
did too. I did too. All right.
So, yeah. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Sophia, I can see the strength growing. Okay. Welcome to everyone who joined. Okay. Ivy says, hey, Happy New Year. Happy New Year! 2020 is gone. So, that's good. Okay. Nice. Hello. Sophia, yeah, it's on there and it's my favorite movie. Which one? Mulan or Godmothered? So I mentioned both. Sophia, Mulan is the best movie. Okay. I'm interested to see it, but I'm also nervous because the live action, some of them have let me down a little, and then some of them I'm like, ooh, I like that. Like with Cinderella, I was a little let down by storyline, but at the same time, visually, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. The dresses and beautiful. So. Anyway, so I'm excited. I'm very interested because they're taking the movie in a direction that's different than the original animated version. So I'm interested to see what they do with that. Grace, you deserve all the attention. You beautiful being. Okay. Oh, did you mean being? I don't know. Preston, Hi. Let's see.
Are you ready to shut down?
I just want to catch up on comments.
That's it. No, that's okay. Keep going. Hey,
okay.
It's cool. It's been a while and things are going good. Take as long as you want.
Okay.
As long as you're okay with me stepping out of it, because I need, this is where I would normally shut down. You're doing okay. So, just as long as you're cool, keep going for it.
Okay.
I'm chilling for a little bit.
The reason why I can do this is, like, I don't do this very often.
You don't have to explain yourself, and you don't have to defend me. Katie, it does not matter how it looks for me. I don't care. Let them talk. They're not gonna. They're talking to you. I'm busy taking my breath like a healthy, normal person. It's healthy, normal for you, like you said, because you don't do it often. Just keep on keeping on. It's all good.
CJ says, sorry, I am freezing. Okay. Noah says, paradise. Okay, Krista says, hi, Kate. Hi. Jerry says, how are you liking my hometown? I don't know where your hometown is. Where I'm at right now. Pretty chill. Jennifer says, I am inspired today. Nice. It is. It's a new year. I'm very happy about that. I think most of us are. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Is the weather nice in Charleston? Yes. I like it here. Any fun New Year resolutions? I actually don't have any.
Do you want to make one?
No.
You don't have to tell me. No?
I don't actually.
Well, I'm making one. I'll keep to myself.
Okay. Well, okay. With New Year's resolution, I want to see Mulan. I want to see Mulan before 2022. That's New Year's resolution.
Oh, that'll happen easy. That'll happen so easy.
Okay.
That's good. Make a goal you can keep.
Yeah. Ivy, ooh, thank goodness the year is over. Yeah. Okay. So welcome everyone who's coming on. Ivy, ooh, I'm going to watch it tonight. That's the third time I've heard it was good.
How many people are hanging out?
Right now 174.
You're kidding me.
No.
You're messing with me right now.
Oh, that's.
What the?
I don't know.
Screenshot that. Here, I got it. Hi, everybody. You keep talking to him. It's been a while since I've had that level of attention, and quite honestly, I can't handle it well yet. I tried to. I had another broadcast that did go viral, and it went okay, but I was weird. So you're acting like there are still 6 people in there. So I need a while before I'm ready for that again.
The coffee helps with my anxiety. Okay. Sophia, it's quite different to the animation because there's no songs and she doesn't fall in love with the same guy. Okay. You're saying she doesn't fall in love with the same guy, so you're saying she does fall in love. That makes me happy. I like love stories! Okay. Grace, I'm calling someone a bean is a joking way of saying human being. It's just a joke. Oh! Okay.
And when you get hungry, if you're still broadcasting and you get hungry, if you want, I can make the food and then I'll hop in there.
Okay.
If there's whenever you get hungry. If you're still on at that point.
Thanks.
Yup.
Chrissy, I like your top. Thank you.
Oh, if anybody's interested, I have lost about 25 pounds on the no food diet.
Wait. Oh my god.
I've actually gotten this skinny. Like if I eat enough, I got a little bit. But look at that. It's practically gone.
You look good.
It's back. I'm back. Getting back. Anyway.
Timicious is beautiful. Thank you. Jerry says Charleston is my home. Cool.
Ooh, cool.
I like a lot of the little shops. I think that's cool. I haven't really been in many, but
You gotta, if you ask them, ask the locals. You gotta ask the locals where to go, what to do, what to see.
What do you recommend?
Oh, you know what? No. Ask them not to say it publicly. Ask them to send us a DM. Because if they throw it in there, then somebody might get weird.
Okay. Will you send us a DM?
If we're getting that many views.
Or send Jimmy a DM. This isn't my account, so I don't have social media.
Oh, us. I said us. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's from before. We're a pretty good team. But it is also, I really like how things are going too. I'm glad that it's good. Katie, I mean it. For me, I do like it. I do. Very much. Yeah. I could not handle what we were trying to. And
me neither.
This is good.
I was a little cocky.
Oh,
I mean,
me too. Oh, part of how we met. We were both a little high-strung there. Quite a bit.
Sophia, it's a plot twist, and I won't spoil it for you. Just trust me, girl. You will love the change and the difference. Cool. Thank you, Sophia. Gerard says, adore you. Thank you. Sophia, but the old Mulan movies are better, in my opinion. Okay. I like new imaginings, and it's always fun, because what I like is sometimes I like to see new stuff and then old stuff, and then in my head I usually create like my own version of, okay, well, there's this version, there's that version, blah blah blah, and then like I kind of put them all together in my head, and then take like the best things that I like and string them together, and then put my own twist on top of that. So yeah. That's what I usually do in my head, because I love stories, and yeah. So anyway, like if I had my, like I think, okay, if I had my version, what would my version look like? And I like seeing new versions because it introduces new elements. So yeah. Let's see. Okay. Jerry, what do you want to know? I have absolutely no idea. Chrissy, I'm from Clemson. I live close. Cool. Chrissy, Charleston is my favorite place to shop with my friends. Yeah, there's so many cute shops downtown. I'm like, oh. I was in one boutique. I went in one boutique, and I just like looked around, and I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Kirsten's streaming to you. Thank you. Sophia, a difference is always great. It makes you think a different way, and it is so positive. Yeah. I especially liked, I used to watch Once Upon a Time, like, it was crack cocaine for me.
What?
Once Upon a Time was like, I loved
That was a curveball. Wow.
Like,
oh yeah, you said it.
But then I was a super fan. Like, I got like the behind the scenes, and like I would like go on YouTube and watch the Comic-Con like panels and everything. I did not know you were that into it.
I didn't know you were that into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kate got me into Once Upon a Time. We're not going to talk about it. Yeah, we are. All right, I'm through. I think half a season, and not until we can afford it again can I continue to watch it. But Yeah, I'm watching it, and the acting's a little rough in the beginning. A little rough. But you know when you watch a show and you really get into it, that's when it starts to get good. And
see, I didn't realize the acting, because when I first started watching it, I was Henry's age. If you don't know, Henry was 10 when this show starts, and so I was roughly 10. So I was like, someone my age. Anyway, yeah.
it's actually like really good. You got to follow the storyline. It's just about getting into it, and that's like anything, you know. It's like, especially if it's not your thing, you got to just get into it. And it's actually pretty good, have to admit. Love it. Not normally my style, but absolutely love it. So I'm grateful you turned me on to it.
Once Upon a Time was really the first time I saw a version of Rumpelstiltskin that I thought was interesting. Because before, I remember, like, I just thought the story of Rumpelstiltskin was stupid, and I had no interest in it.
Yo, you're geeking out.
Oh!
Keep going! Keep going! It's amazing! It's adorable!
So, that was the first time I thought Rumpelstiltskin was at least, like, even, like, not, like, worth my time, but, you know, so. Yeah.
Oh no.
You can catch up on comments.
Have you seen the toothpaste?
No.
Okay. Never mind. It's cool. You just keep on.
Gustepes is inspiring the millennial community.
Can I move this?
Yeah.
Do you want me to put this back in? Close it up.
It's really nice. Lots of flowers. Thank you.
This thing's cute.
Thank you.
That's, yeah. That's really nice.
Slick says hello. Hello. My absolute angel. Aw.
Can you tell I'm in OCD mode?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out over here. Everything's going well. And it's going to keep going. Katie, it will keep going well. There's no question about it. Like, don't look at my anxiety like a sign of whether or not things are well. That's just the PTSD. Like, I'm getting over that. And I'm telling you, even if anything were to go on, I'm not going to be freaking out. Because we are living our own life now. That's a separate world. You've helped me to come to see that. Like, this is the platform. This is real life.
Yeah.
No, I'm letting you know that I do know that. I already know that you know it. You're afraid that I don't.
No, I'm having.
It's okay.
I'm
Yeah,
having
I know.
Anxiety.
Your anxiety is because of my anxiety, which means you're not really. I mean, you technically are, but it's my fault. Oh. So don't worry about it. It's not your problem. I'm kind of causing the problem, but I mean, by technicalities, we'd be saying that me having PTSD is causing the problem, which PTSD is an issue that you kind of work through. So I'm working through it. And all you got to do is just keep doing your thing, and I will be okay. That's my responsibility, to be okay.
Okay. Chrissy says, I loved Once Upon a Time. Hook for life.
Can I watch that for you?
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hook was definitely cool. I love Hook and Emma. They're so cute. That was definitely a curveball. I did not see that coming, but I was so happy. I love when they go back. I love when they go back in time. I'm not going to say anything more in case someone wants to watch the show and hasn't, but I love when they go back in time and Hook goes, well, how are we supposed to get back? And Emma's just like, who do I look like, Marty McFly? And he goes, who's that? And she's like, never mind. So, anyway. Sophia, I love Once Upon a Time. It's such a great show. Yeah. It was definitely, there wasn't a lot, I don't know, there's not a lot of that fairy tale, like timelines and...
Baby.
What?
I can hear your voice changing. Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. I'm doing okay. I'm telling you, this is where, when you were growing up, this isn't your personality. Like, I'm a Libra. My personality is to keep the status quo. That's not who you are. Like, you found who you are. Don't feel like you have to be me. Alright? I keep the status quo. That's what I'm good at. You got a different skill. You keep doing what you're good at. Just keep doing that. Status quo is my job. You try to do the status quo, it's going to mess with your aura.
Okay.
Just keep being you. Status quo is literally my job. Figuratively, literally. And all is well. Look at everybody chilling with you, hanging out.
Yeah.
You're having a good time. That environment, my responsibility. Unless you want it to be yours. But I'm really happy doing it. Makes me happy to do it. I'm not always going to be perfect. I'm doing my best. I love you.
I love you too. Okay. Sophia, I love Hook. He is my favorite character, or even Henry. Yeah. Jeffrey, excellent and elegant. Thank you. Sophia, it gets complicated though with who is who and which storyline is telling. Yeah, I definitely, especially as the seasons go on, I got a little like, but it was good.
You're helping us both clear up a lot of trauma, by the way.
Yes. Chrissy, what made you all move to Charleston? When we
Well, this one's you, and what I mean by that is you wanted to come here,
yeah,
I'm happy to be here. Well, you said we.
Yeah, but when I was gonna say we.
Well, you don't have to give those details. Okay. You feel pressure to. You feel like you have to. Right? Like you got to think about the phrase. The phrase was what made y'all. Okay. Right? She doesn't mean it that way. She doesn't mean like you have to share the details. But people in your past made you feel like you did. You don't have to, and she doesn't mean it that way. Okay. More than likely. So, just share what you want to share.
So I like the Charleston vibe. And I like the South because it's warm. That's basically what it comes down to. Joyce says, hey. Hi. Slick Rick, tell Jim $5 bill says hello.
Hey! What's going on, brother? Good to hear from you. Yay. We got to get back on Call of Duty pretty soon. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you something, Rick, because I never said it to you, and I'm so grateful. During that time period, back in 2018, when you were there with me and we were going viral, I was not okay. I was the furthest from okay that I had been in my entire life. That was probably the worst time of my life, and I will never forget you. Brother, you were there, and I'm so grateful for that. I want you to know that you were there for me in ways, you were literally just in the live stream. That's all I needed. Was just at that point, I just needed people that were being affirmative that I could handle myself. And you were there, very supportive in the broadcast. So that has always stuck with me. And I also want you to know that I'm sorry for some of the ways that I've acted that really affected your feelings about me. And I totally understand the ways that you felt. So thanks for being so awesome. That's it.
Joyce is very exquisite. Thank you. Terry, I want to be like you. Something that I've learned is
Katie, it's okay. I'm letting you know that was my past. You weren't there. You don't have to be afraid about it. You don't have to be worried about it, embarrassed, any of that. He's not embarrassed either. Okay. Trust me, Katie, I know him.
Okay.
Like, we have chatted a lot. He's comfortable with what I just said. Don't feel like that pressure's on you. It's not.
Okay.
That we just broed out for a second. That's it.
Okay.
All is well.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I messed up your vibe.
It's all good.
Okay.
Okay. Chrissy, you seem so genuine. Your voice doesn't sound weird. Thank you. Sophia, I hope I can help my friends. Okay, Jessica just sitting in. Oh, okay. Gerard says appreciate you so much.
Hey, why don't I go ahead and hop in for a minute? Okay. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. Hey, everybody. Need 1 second real quick. We're going to take a 5-second hiatus. Oswald. I was just letting him know that we're live. That's it. I didn't know if they could hear that or not. I didn't want to bug him with it. And he didn't mind. He's cool. Longer things go, the more difficult they get. You guys know that. I also like to challenge myself, and so does Kate. I'm not as fun as she is. Like, once she shows up, I'm boring, and I think it's a good thing, because I am coming into a time of my life when it's time to step back and not be the center of attention. On my platform, that's the part that I'm trying to figure out. Like, you know, Kate's doing a cameo. She doesn't want to be a part of any of this. But at the same time, she wants to step in every now and again so that people know that she's good and all that. And at the same time, get to talk to you guys every now and again. She misses that sometimes. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do that. I'm working on it. So on my end, you know, like I said, once Kate shows up, people aren't usually too interested in me. And I have learned to become okay with that. And, you know, I went from being the center of all the attention to being the background noise. And I think it is good for me. I've kind of been the center of attention my whole adult life. And, you know, when I was real young, I didn't exist much at all. And then I came into this space where, boom, I was the center of everything. And it wasn't healthy. And this is a much healthier version. She goes, why have I been sent this? Hi. We're just hanging out. Maybe somebody was kind enough to send it to you. My name's Jimmy, and that is my wife, Kate. Now, Kate is doing a cameo. She doesn't normally come on. She doesn't really like to come on too much, but she does like to come hang out every now and again. I've been live streaming since about 2015. Or I should say I've been making content since 2015. And it has been a very long and good journey. There's been a lot of ups and downs, though. And this is an up. And what we are attempting to do at this point is find a middle ground. So instead of all these hills and valleys that we share with you, find a good middle ground so that everybody watching can come to a good community here where you feel safe, comfortable, and a good even keel. And hopefully it can be a good grounding in your day to be able to heal. And, you know, I think sometimes just that attitude, that even keel attitude, can be enough to make people feel normal again. Something that we're looking for too. So this is more so for people who might not have all the luxuries and stability, you know. We're working on that, and once we get to that, it's also looking back to where we've been, and also being grateful for those of you who do see us as a stability point, because we're not therapists or anything like that, but we are people who understand what it's like to not have things be balanced, and now that they're becoming balanced, we want to be able to make sure everyone's happy. Okay, that's me. I want to make sure everybody's happy. It's a pretty hard thing, kind of impossible. So, learning how to make sure as many people are happy as possible. Do you want to come back on it? Or are you done? You look like you want to come back. And I am fully okay with that. And I know that they are too. There are some people who want to hang out for hours.
I want to finish my food and then I'll...
Well, no. There's no expectation. That's the point. That's what I'm asking.
I do want to come back.
That's it. However else it goes, totally okay. It's like our first time in like forever. It's all good. However it goes, it is official. I started out with bum, right? You came on, and the way you're feeling, how everything's going, you're doing way better than I thought things were gonna go, because I didn't know. I didn't get to see this side of Kate, because this is, it's different. It's a different environment. So after seeing how you're doing, I care about her, and she could do whatever she wants. But this is also, it's my business, my platform, and I want to make sure that she was ready, that we were ready, because wherever that goes, it affects the both of us. So seeing that you're so ready, I'm very fluid about it. Seeing how happy it's making you, I could sit here until work. Just letting you know. That really is where I am. I know it's hard to trust that that's true, because I've been given too much. But I'm telling you, I'm not giving you something that I don't have to give you. This is what I do have to give you. I'm chilling. It makes me real happy to be able to give you something when I don't have a lot to give. Krista says, "What you making in the microwave?" Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. See, now the facade has come down. You're seeing where things are. Things are about an even keel, and I think that's good. It's a good thing, because, like I said, transparency, that good attitude, that positive attitude, that high level, it's good stuff. It's also good for people to see that there's reality behind the scenes, right? I think that could be very therapeutic for a lot of people, including us. It's good. Now, if it goes past the point of okay, that's when if things go lower than okay, that's when it's time to shut down, and that's usually a community effort. So, it's good. Red girl. I want to answer this, and I've been waiting desperately for someone to ask it in a way that's respectful, and I really appreciate that. How are you dealing with your past actions, learning from them? Great fun for any answer to this. It's not great fun, and I thought that was going to be a respectful question, and then it turned into entertainment. And I am actually okay with that, because everybody's going to take it a different way, and I'm going to offer that answer to people of proper respect is what I'm going to do there. How I'm dealing with them. I'm coming to accept that I have made some rather wild choices. I'm also coming to see how many of them and what portion of them were my responsibility and my fault. And I said the actions, the responsibility of the actions. So if you've ever heard of if someone's forced into something, they're responsible in a very different way than when they're not. And then vice versa is I have to see and look in the mirror and say, even though I was put in a box. All right, so I'm sitting here essentially about to say that my hyperventilation in a closed space is my fault. I mean, I guess technically, yeah. I think there are smarter choices I could have made based on a person that I wasn't. Meaning, how can I do better when I didn't know better? And there were not healthy enough people to offer that advice during that time. So I know when I'm doing my best, and I am done doubting myself. I recommend the same for any of you. You have to know how much is your fault and how much isn't, and it gives you an opportunity to step out of that box you're being put in to find out how much is your fault. So just in reference, if you end up with bipolar or any sort of illness of that sort, you really have to evaluate your environment. If you are diagnosed with a mental illness and you're living in a home, this got pretty serious pretty quick. So if you want to step away, I'm only going to be on it for about 3 or 4 minutes tops. If it's too uncomfortable for you. If it's not, thanks for being here. A follow, much appreciated. Likes here and there. I like to get to know people too. DMs are always open. They are mostly empty because I'm married now and people are afraid of me taking them the wrong way when I'm a very friendly person, but at the same time, I have learned a lot of boundaries. Okay, so when you're in an unhealthy home and then you get diagnosed and you step out of that home, if you heal from that, do you still have the illness? I mean, by current definition of things, yeah. It's about making the proper reparations, reservations, and boundaries that, because of the past that I've gone through, and others have experienced that too, it's about making sure to safeguard oneself from any environments that could trigger that. At the same time, though, at a good, healthy pace, finding a therapeutic path that leads us back to full personal operation. Say operation like a robot, but it's to be able to be myself again. I have to be willing to, at least in small micro doses, reintroduce myself to environments that were formerly volatile or toxic, and to be able to really find out how much is me and how much wasn't, right? So there were points that were definitely me, but they were also me from really young, not birth, right? Now that's the difference between nature and nurture. Do I have the natural disposition towards it? I don't. With enough pressure and development, it can cause that trauma, but it doesn't always have to end in permanent life trauma. And I've been blessed enough that it wasn't permanent. There's not a lot of people that get that privilege. I see that as an opportunity towards responsibility to people who do have permanent trauma, to be able to turn back and say, hey, I know what you've been through. But at the same time, the hard part is talking with people who have been through it and are still going through it. They see that I have made it through it and that I'm okay. And I know what it's like when I was sick and I wasn't okay, that it didn't really help my motivation or confidence to be talking to somebody who was doing better than me at that time, right? Is you want to be able to relate to people. And the ability to relate in that time, it really helps. And that it becomes a support system. So it's kind of a mixture of talking to people who are going through what you're going through and also having an open mind enough to be willing to invite people into your life and into your space that are healthier than where that may be, right? So where I was. So I still got my own issues. I'm not perfect. I've had the opportunity to heal a lot of the deeper pains and the harder stuff. I still got plenty of stuff going on like everybody else. But yeah, is getting surrounded with other people who can relate to you is the first step. And the second step is being willing to humble oneself enough to invite the reproofing, the criticism, which is really hard. And if you can't handle that, if it's doing damage to you, I'm not a professional, so don't take it as professional advice, but what I do, if it's too much for me, I admit to myself, hey, I'm not ready for this. I'm not prepared for this, because you can never really be ready. Or from my viewpoint, I'm not always ready. But I try to prepare myself for whatever that next step's going to be. That's what I'm doing to do better. As you can tell, I'm doing it poorly, but sloppy and poor is better than not at all. Always remember that. As long as there's breath in your lungs, the efforts you're putting out are totally worth it. Sometimes, and I've been there, sometimes it means just rolling out of the bed and making sure that you use the bathroom once every 8 hours. Making sure that you just go to the bathroom. I've been to that point. If anyone ever saw Euphoria, the show Euphoria, I've never done drugs or anything like that, but I've been depressed to the level where I had to roll out of the bed and crawl to the bathroom. And sometimes just that's a victory, and you have to be able to tell yourself that's a victory. And it's a snowball, and snowballs, they go downhill. Think of it like on one side of the hill is the bad stuff, and on the other side of the hill is the good stuff. And that day, whatever choice you make, whatever side you push the snowball, is really going to decide how the day goes. And, if you wake up having a bad day, what I would do, I would go back to sleep. I'd go back to sleep when I was depressed for a half hour. I'd go sleep for another half hour. and I make sure to have an alarm set. I even use IFTT. I use like a thing to wake me up to a video that was motivational, just to be able to wake up and have a day. So whatever you're going through, I can't fully know, but I know what I did and I know what I had to do to get back on my feet. So that's it. Just whatever it takes. Just know that as long as you breathe in and you breathe out, you're winning. Because there are people who can't say that. There are people who have made a very different choice in their life than getting up the next day. And then when you've managed to get wherever you want to be, remember where you've been and always remember where you want to go. And at the same time, know that you are right here and that you deserve it. Also got to work for it. Nurture and nature, right? It's born with that forgiveness, also working towards it. Very, very hard to do both. And then also have relationships. Like, life is hard. I got that too. I get it. So it's worth the effort. Thank you for asking. I'm sitting here eating pizza, says Sophia. Cool. Katie, welcome on. Slick Rick says, glad to see you're doing good. Thank you. I meant grateful. I autocorrected. Okay. Sorry. You should try some sugar in the mac and cheese. I like that idea personally. I didn't mean to offend. It's cool. It's cool. Sorry for going off at you. I'm learning. I'm working on my own stuff too, as you can tell. I'm getting better with it. Dominic says paradise. Life is paradise. Beautiful. Come on, Matthew. Archie. Now you see me, I'm starting to get, you see where I'm going. That's my cue to step away. Because I got my own boundaries. And I have to learn to keep my boundaries better and not give too much, right? Just try and give a little bit. And then step away from my own health. Your weekend shares, basically my to them. What does that mean? Thank you for being here, by the way. If y'all haven't, if you don't know who we are, I'm Jimmy, and my wife Kate's over here. She cameoed today. She wants to come back. And things are mostly upbeat. This was, a little bit of an emotional conversation. That's part of it. I'll be clipping this and throwing it up on another platform so that y'all can watch it and not have to sit here for an hour. Good stuff. We are going to be doing travel vlogs more than likely based on where my wife wants things to go. And I'm totally on board with that. So please continue to inspire. Thank you. Joy, thanks for the hearts. Wow, says Tyrone. Thanks. Pasty, what's up? Cheers, says Henrietta. Thank you. Jimbo, what's up, Talking Toads? How are you? Rosina, how's it going? Have a great day. Thank you, too. Thank you. Welcome on, everyone. When COVID lets us, is there anywhere you want to travel? We are not at a point where... I'm not at a point... This is my platform, got to remember that. I am getting to a point where I am comfortable sharing my plans again. We have to be much more stable and comfortable, the both of us, in a healthy way that is respectful to our own personal boundaries. Start sharing where we're going, what we're doing, things like that. Because most people are very respectful of that, but there are a select few people out there that are just, I don't know, I don't care, but they're a little, they have difficulty with boundaries. As I used to, right? And whatever energy you put out, sometimes you're going to attract that. And I used to be very poor with boundaries, and so I do have quite a few stalkers. That's the God's honest truth. I have learned to curb that and stay focused. So that's for future times to talk about. Thank you, Rosina. Boss it up, says Terrence. Thank you. I want to be like you. Careful what you wish for. I'll leave it there. I appreciate that. Just keep opening up. That's the hard part. Um, the mental emotional war is very real. Um, we have times, so I'm in America, we've had times of physical warfare, we've had times of all different sorts of warfare, and I think we are definitely at a time um, where things are at kind of emotional and psychological warfare, where people are coming at each other and there's not many boundaries. So, best way to protect oneself is not to go on the attack or the defense and kind of just find a good balanced space where we're not coming at each other, but we're also not scared of each other, which it's hard. It takes a lot to be able to open up, especially with the internet and the way things are. But continue to power forward, and it's a balance between, do we want censorship? Definitely not. That's right. My wife and I, we don't want censorship. At the same time, though, there's an understanding that that restrict button, that hide story button, that block button, there's a place for them, and we're very grateful that that place is in our hands, right? And that's where we want to keep it. That's where we want to keep it, is in our hands. So, because we like the ability to, I like the ability to be able to decide. At the same time, I'm grateful because in a good social way, when there are people making choices that aren't healthy, or when I'm making choices that aren't healthy for my life, and I'm here on social media, in a certain way, I get social reproofing. Like, I get people that are like, dude, and it's usually enough for me at this point. And if I hadn't turned to that, I wouldn't have gotten this good. There's also a place for the establishment, quote unquote. But that is a conversation for way in the future, not right now. So I'll move nice and slow and just learn to trust. I think things in the whole world right now are at a point where we don't have a lot of trust for each other, and we are, getting to know each other in ways that normally doesn't happen. It kind of never happened in all of human history. So let's just take it nice and slow. I think I'm telling that to myself even more so than I'm telling it to you, as I'm telling myself to take it nice and slow. Your weekend shares are basically my favorite. I look forward to them. Thank you, Terrence. Thanks. Goddess says, glad you and Kate are back to traveling together. You look so much better with facial hair and hair, by the way. Thanks. This is an accident. It needs to be cleaned up. I'm going to work on that. Kate says 112 watching. Thanks for being here, everyone. Jess, thank you. Kate gave a smile, mind-blowing, says Rosanna. How long have y'all been married, says Jerry. Jerry, quit messing with me. You're funny. You're a funny guy. Okay, so at this point, I need time. You guys are awesome. I'm very grateful for you. I'm very grateful you've been here with me. I'm asking you to come along that journey. Everybody asks that. This is like half my life, okay? I have my own life now, and I do see this as a compartmentalized piece. It used to be like half my life, if not my whole. It started off my whole life, which wasn't healthy, which is like, it was like awful. And then it became half my life when Kate showed up, which is still bad. Now it's about a quarter of my life, which I want it to be about a seventh or an eighth. So slowly but surely backing off. I appreciate y'all being here, and I hope to see more of you. You'll be seeing more of me either way, but I want to make sure that I see more of you. Wish I was there. Thank you. I'm starting to appreciate my privacy, though, too, in some ways. That's a new one. It's good. A little bit of space for everybody. I'm consistently keeping the platforms live, by the way. I've been doing this for about that's going to be a recording. That's okay. I've been doing this for about 5 years, and I just kept restarting because I was trying to find myself. I've found enough of myself that I don't have to back off anymore. I found the confidence to maintain the platform and stick to it. People said I couldn't do it. People said I shouldn't do it. It's cost me quite a bit, but I knew that there was a whole lot of challenge in here and in this that I needed desperately, and I knew that I was behind in my life, and that if I didn't do this at whatever cost, there's limits. And I think I've found the bumpers. Definitely found the bumpers. Just remember Robert Downey Jr. was a drug addict and went to jail plenty of times. It's like a lot of people have made really bad mistakes. I'm very grateful that my mistakes were not far enough to land me in that position. I'm also very grateful to the people who, did make preemptive decisions about my life without my permission and decide for themselves that I was or wasn't a certain way, and then did give that time to find out that they were wrong. Very grateful for that, because they definitely could have done a lot worse if they wanted to. But I think all of us are proving to one another that we're more decent than we thought we were. I'm sorry for prejudging you. I definitely prejudged. And it was because I was very scared. And I didn't know who to trust. And I found out that I need to trust myself first, after God, and then trust Kate. And I'm learning what family looks like. And that other people are going to be like family, but family's family. And it's not always going to be healthy. Sometimes it's going to be dysfunctional. Family's family. Also, when you have a good nugget going on, there's going to be a lot of people that want to be involved. Social distancing. Social distancing. It's a good thing. Sometimes 6 feet, sometimes 6 miles, sometimes 6,000 miles. Who knows? Just taking it day by day. I miss my mom. I miss my dad. And I'm learning lessons now from them. And they're not even around anymore. They had a 50-year marriage. I have been mostly a mess up. And all of a sudden, my Bobby and Pup are with me. Like that. I've apparently learned lessons about husbandry growing up that I didn't even know I was learning. And we are at a point in our world where men have failed us pretty hard. They weren't exactly the men that they said they were. I didn't have that experience, and I was blessed enough to have a pop that I didn't appreciate as much as I should have, and now I do, and now I'm learning, and I am making an effort to try and set that example. Probably poorly on some levels, just kind of keep making me do better, because I do want that. And it's not stealing the show if I give it to you. You ready to talk to them? It's up to you. Okay. Peace, y'all. You know you love me. I want to end soon, please. Thank you.
Hi, I'm probably not going to be on for too long, but I'm back because I said I'd be back.
And I want to end soon means whenever you're comfortable to end.
Okay.
I'm not going to be on anymore. So it's just whenever you're done, you can go ahead and end it.
Okay. Okay, and then cut off on comments. So yeah. Life's moving forward and that's good. Yeah. I still get a lot of anxiety sometimes coming on. Like, this is why I don't really do it too much, because sometimes I have a lot of anxiety. And it basically took me all of Jimmy talking for me to fully, not even fully, but to come down a lot, because my anxiety was building. And yeah, I really like coming on. I think it's great. I love talking to you guys. At the same time, small doses for me, small doses. Yeah. Don't have much else to say. I am...
You can if you want. Do you see where I'm at? When you look at my face, I'm doing okay. Look at me.
Okay.
Right? For me, it's I need to step off screen, not I need to quit life.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want to do, because I'm actually doing pretty good. Things are not where they were. They are where they are, and they're pretty awesome where they're at. Whatever decision is really yours, make that one. You're not making a decision with my platform. You're making a decision with your feelings and with your life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm chilling.
Okay. A job well done.
You're ready to end, aren't you?
I am.
All right. You guys are awesome. Like, beyond awesome. And I'm a dork. Caitlin taught me that. We'll see you very soon.